Hey, third grade. This is Mr. Roney again from the Syracuse Academy of Science and Citizenship, and we're talking about one-step word problems again today. And at the end of this lesson, you're going to be more comfortable skip counting. You are going to be able to do a word problem with 3 different strategies: drawing an array, drawing a picture, or using a number line. So we're only going to do one problem today, but we're going to do it 3 different ways, and you can pick which way you like the best. But first, let's practice a little skip counting. So, here to help me with my skip counting is this thing called a skip counting tree. If you are at Citizenship, you might know what a skip counting tree is if your teacher taught it to you. If not, I'll teach it to you right now. It helps you skip count when you're doing a number that's a little bigger than what you're comfortable with. So, today I want to practice skip counting by 6s. Okay? We're not going to go super high, but we're going to skip count by 6s here. And to start, you have to draw 6 apples in our skip counting tree. Like that. And then you start with 6 down here. So, here's how we can skip count by 6s. We put the 6 in our head, and then to figure out what number comes next, we just count the apples. So 6 is in our brain: 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Guess what? Our next number is 12. Let's do it again. 12 is in our head: 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. All right, let's see if we can jump 2 more times. So put 18 in your brain. Then let's count. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay? And then our last one. Put 24 in your head. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Whoa, not 60, 30. There we go. So now we can skip count by 6s. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. Now let's go backwards. 30, 24, 18, 12, and 6. So skip counting trees are a really nice way to help us out when we're not sure exactly how to skip count by that number. So 6s are tricky. 7s are tricky, 8s are tricky, but you can skip count by those numbers using this skip counting tree. Now let's get to our word problem to see how this skip counting helped us today. All right, so here we are. I'm going to make this text a little smaller so that it fits in our screen a little better. I'm going to try to anyway. Okay, that was a little embarrassing, but I've got the word problem smaller now. So let's figure out how we do this together. So imagine you're in a situation where you want to give somebody a nice birthday gift, but you don't have enough money to pay for it on your own. So you decide with your friends that you're all going to chip in some money to pay for this gift together, and you're going to be the one that collects the money from your friends. That's the background to this word problem. Now let's read it. So you collect $6 from each of your 5 friends. How much money do they give you all together? So remember, you're collecting the money, $6 each, from 5 friends. How much money do they give you all together? So remember, when we're going from smaller numbers and putting them together to make bigger numbers, it's got to be either addition or multiplication. And with this question, we know it's probably multiplication because it says from each. Usually that means we want to use multiplication here. So I'm going to circle the 6 and I'm going to circle the 5 because I know I'm going to need those. Now let's work on solving this problem with a picture. Okay? So let's draw 5 friends. We can make stick figures here. That's all right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Apparently I cannot draw below that line. Okay. Yes, I can. So each of these people is going to give us $6. So right next to them, we'll draw $6 each. And I'll pause it so that you don't have to watch me draw all these. Phew! Well, that took a little bit. But now we've basically drawn all the boxes we need. If each one of these boxes is a dollar bill that they give us, we can basically count up all these dollars to see how much money we get all together. So let's just count by ones. Take your time, see how many dollar bills you can count. I'll pause the video, or why don't you pause the video and try to count them up and see how many you get. So, how many did you get? Make sure you count carefully. If you counted very carefully, you would have gotten $30. Draw our little dollar sign there. So our final answer is 6 times 5 equals $30, because $6 from 5 people equals $30. That's how you could do this problem one way, by drawing a picture. Let me show you another way, by drawing an array. So remember, we're going to stick with the same problem, we're just going to solve it a different way. So I think drawing a picture might have taken a long time, so you might not want to do it that way. And it's easy to make a mistake if you're just counting by ones. So check this way out. We're going to start with 5 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now we're going to make 5 rows and 6 columns to represent each dollar that the person's going to give us. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So why don't you try that? Try to draw an array with 5 rows and 6 columns. When you're done, your array should look like this. And hopefully it looks a little neater than this one. But sometimes your array won't come out perfectly, but as long as you can see how many rows and how many columns we have, you'll do okay. So now you would just count each row or column. Now it's a little bit easier to count by 5s than 6s, but remember we practiced counting by 6s earlier. Let's try to count by 6s again. So, one group of 6 is just 6. Our next group of 6, we'll make it 12. Our next group of 6 will be 18. Our next group of 6 will be 24. And that's right, our last group of 6 will be 30. So again, same math problem, 6 times 5 equals 30. We just did an array. And remember, you want to label your answer $30. And a good habit to get into is circling your answer when you're done. At least that's what I like to do, so I can tell my teacher where to look. Now we're going to do it with the timeline, or a number line, excuse me. So let me erase this board and we'll go to the number line strategy. Alright, so here's my number line. This is one of my favorite strategies for doing multiplication. So remember, our math problem is 6 times 5. 6 people give us $5 each. Equals what? Well, we started down here with $0. So we want to start here. And we want to figure out how much we're going to have total when we add everyone's money together. So here's what we do. We skip count by $6. Every person that gives us $6 will jump 6 spaces on this number line. So our first jump, we'll get to 6. We'll jump another time, get to 12. Jump another time, get to 18. Now remember, how many times do we have to jump? In other words, how many people are giving us $6? That's right, it's 5 people. So this is 1 person, this is 2 people, this is 3 people, and we have to go to 5 people. So we got to keep going. We're not done. We get $6 more from our 4th person. We're up to $24. And with our 5th person, that brings us to our grand total of $30. So if you were to do this with a number line, $30 would be our answer. And again, 6 times 5 equals 30. And I'm going to circle my answer. So, what did we learn today? We practiced skip counting by sixes. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. Now, if you don't have that quite down yet, that's okay. Keep practicing. Next, we learned how to do a multiplication problem with 3 different strategies. And they all involved us drawing something and showing our work. The first one was just to draw a picture. Draw all the people and put the dollars, line them up next to them. The next strategy was making an array, 5 rows and 6 columns. And the last strategy we used was making a number line. So choose what strategy makes you feel the best, or that you like the best in multiplication, and try to use that for your next word problem. I'll be back here tomorrow with some more fun strategies for doing word problems. Thanks for listening, and I hope you learned a lot today.